the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Hines. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A shotgun throw for Stick. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Stick. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
1st and 10, Stick. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Rudolph.
It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. Ebron caught left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down on the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
22 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Darius Geis.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
The 48-yard line.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stick from the gun. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stick to throw once more. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Stick. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He pitches it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Stick looks to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
16 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Hines. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Tyson Alualu.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
First
Boy,
down.
an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Line of scrimmage, the 9, second and about a yard. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 30 on second down, Rudolph able to hit his target, Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're up 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's on field. Hey, it's on route.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 46-yard.
That's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
It's just me and you.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rudolph looking to throw it. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup there. Before Eric Ebron, the Steelers, his 3rd team in 4 seasons. Started in Detroit and then played 2 years with these Indianapolis Colts, even making the Pro Bowl in 2018, following a season which saw him catch 13 touchdown passes. On second down, Connor looking for space. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Rudolph. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stick looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stick back to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That's complete right around the 8. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
That's the reason we ball for.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rudolph now to throw. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Steelers take over 1st and
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, again to Connor. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Rudolph call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Connor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's get it. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You're not ready. You're not ready. Smash. Motion, motion, motion.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's the way. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
3rd and 2, Rudolph. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next the score, Steelers 23, Colts 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, Stick. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Colts.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
The 36-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Completion here to Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
45.
On the counter, it's Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. Now on 2nd and 13, Rudolph, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll check it down to Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Stick looks to throw it again. And he finds Howard complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Connection made with Chenault. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Stick from the gun. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles.
thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now Davis fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Escaping the pressure right. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Stick looks to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, tight. Mike, check. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. COVID-19.
On second down, it's Connor. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Devin White.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.